Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Point Three podcast. We are two-thirds of your favorite trio of hosts. To my left, Lou and myself, Hero Scroll. Spider Brando will be back soon, but today we are bringing you guys a tier list video for probably the hottest game currently of this month, Marvel Rivals, reaching 20 million, I think it was,
Yeah.
players within 2 weeks of launch. Absolutely crazy. We are going to be doing a tier list for the designs only. This is not a tier list on how well the characters actually are. That might have to be its own separate video another day. But Lou, before we hop into this, how do you feel about Marvel Rivals with what you've been playing?
I love it so far, to be honest with you. I mean, I think it was a slow transition for me from Black Ops 6 over to Marvel Rivals at launch. But it's a fun game. It's a lot at once at first.
Yeah.
If you're not used to playing a game like that, it's kind of overload. But once it kind of slows down and then you start really immersing yourself in the game, it's now like you got that itch of like, I have some free time. Should I play Rivals?
Yeah. Agreed. It's really cool to see a game where like all the characters are very well kitted.
Yeah.
Like obviously some characters are better than others, but I would dare say most, if not all, characters you can play with and have a good time and actually do stuff with. Probably win matches depending how well your team is. But yeah, I'm having a great time, and it's only going to get better, especially with all the free updates they keep adding. So
Oh yes,
that's exciting.
Luckily, my bank account has remained safe from this game so far to this point, so we'll see how long that lasts.
I was going to say, I've poured $5 into it, which was the battle pass, so that's not too bad. So that will probably rise. So, let's see how far it is from a year now. But without further ado, let's do a tier list. Again, this is based solely on the characters' designs. So if you guys haven't been with us on one of our tier lists before, we here at Point 3 Podcast, our top tier is Point 3 certified. Then you have your A, your B, your C, and then your the heck is this. That is Point 3 infamy. You do not want to be there. You don't. So let's see where Marvel Rival character designs rank for us. So let's start it off. A, for Adam Warlock, the strategist, the healer, the perfect human being. How do you feel about Adam Warlock?
I like Adam Warlock, but I gotta say, like, the more I look at the character and like even in game, he just like he's there. He's there for me. Like, there's nothing that really screams like, oh my gosh, but he's not a the heck is this for me. So I mean, I'm kind of like a B or C tier for Adam Warlock.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think for me, a B tier seems right for him. I really feel like they could have done a better job at going for a more comic accurate look. I'm not saying this isn't comic accurate. It is. I just think it's not the greatest costume. It's missing something.
Yeah.
Am I alone in that?
No. That's what you get when you look at this. It's just like, could be a little more salt, could be a little more spice, something in there. It's just missing it. Yeah. B tier feels good.
Yeah, B tier feels good. All right, Adam. Starting us off right in the middle of the road, which is really good because that's how I feel he is as a strategist.
Yes.
Iron Fist, the bane of everybody's existence.
Oh my gosh.
In the low levels.
You know what? I gotta say to start this one off, the comic accuracy is just nowhere to be found. Like, nowhere to be found. However, I am a sucker for his design. I think his design looks super cool.
Yeah.
And if you were to show someone like this is Iron Fist and then show them like a comic page or some, whatever, it could be an animated Iron Fist. Like, is it the same character? For me, Iron Fist is an A tier. I love the design of Iron Fist. And when he's just beating the crap out of people on screen, looks really good doing it.
Yeah. I gotta agree with you on that one. He definitely is comic book accurate because for those of you that don't know, this isn't Danny Rand. Right. I don't know the character's name, so I'm really sorry about that. But I know he is the character that was Sword Master. And I think it was like 2 years ago he became Iron Fist. So this is a very recent thing in comics, and this is the character Lin Lee. There we go.
Yeah.
He became Iron Fist in the comics. They put that in here. And I
Yeah.
think that was a smart choice.
Yeah. I don't disagree, but I think for a lot of people, this might be your first iteration of Iron Fist, and that's kind of what I meant. So thank you for clarifying that. It is not Danny Rand, and I don't know if people can make that distinction yet. But still a pretty sick design and all throughout. I can't disagree with that.
Yeah. I think if the mask was a tiny bit better, I think that might be where it takes it to that next level. But honestly, all in all, it's a great redesign, or not redesign, but it's like a great interpretation of a comic book accurate costume. Yeah.
Sold.
Yeah. A tier. Yeah. That's a good spot for him.
Yeah.
Iron Man. I'll be honest, I look at Iron Man, especially his base costume. And I know it's not the 55 armor from Infinity War because that is in here. And again, I don't know if we clarified, we're just doing base costumes for this one. We'll do another one later down the line. But is it me, or is this just feels like a weird wannabe 55 that's not as good?
When I first booted the game up and I was scrolling through, and again, just base costumes, I saw Iron Man, and I was like, it's very meh. It's like, I know it's Iron Man, but there's nothing about it that makes me like love it. I don't hate it, but I think this would be my first C tier.
I don't know if I feel C tier, but that big, and I know the triangle, the arc reactor is of course comic book accurate, but I just feel like for his costume, it's gigantic.
That's the thing that I go back and forth of, just like the design language of this game specifically. Like everyone's pretty broad for the most part, or like big and like a little bit bulkier in a lot of ways, especially upper body from the male characters. I don't know. I mean, I could make the argument for B, very similar to Adam Warlock in a lot of ways, where I feel like this could be better, but I think it could be worse. So I mean, yeah, I'll go middle of the road, kind of a B on this one, personally.
Yeah, I go honestly between B and C. It's not I feel like C is too harsh, but B is too high for it.
Yeah.
So it kind of has to be that middle of the road. So probably B.
I agree.
All right. The MVP for a lot of people of this game, the comics have shot up to astronomical prices, and I kind of knew this was going to happen. I knew that people were going to fall in love with this character, Jeff the Shark.
This might be... This could be my first 0.3 certified.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way.
I mean, what's not to love?
Man,
great design, good language, sick tag, Jeff. You see the fin, like it's just a fun design.
Yeah, they went in on this character's design. It's simple but super effective.
Yeah,
in a way there where they made him look so cute and cuddly, but still like a shark. It translates so well.
Very well.
And again, the hero for a lot of people. I don't think we need to say much on Jeff.
No.
We stand Jeff.
Yep. The adorable and mischievous little guy. There you go.
Yeah. If you haven't, currently they have a winter holiday game mode dedicated to Jeff. It's very fun, actually. Very fun. Yeah. The only not fun part is when everybody gets their ultimates, so everybody's just trading ultimates. That part's not fun, but it's fun.
Yeah. Anarchy.
Pure anarchy.
Yeah.
Someone who loves them some anarchy. This next character, Loki.
Okay. Now, are we going to consider, are we just taking the photo itself, or are we factoring in how they look in gameplay?
I would say everything. Yeah. Gameplay
because
and everything.
Loki, I love when you're selecting characters. I love Loki. I love the look. I love the profile. The horns, the color scheme, the gold, the green, Loki scepter, his greaves, the guards, everything looks really good. But in game, he's so thin and lanky looking that I know it's Loki, but his design, I don't look at him and I'm like, you know what I mean? He kind of falls flat during gameplay, but character selection, he always looks really good.
Yeah. I can agree with that he does look a little thin. For me, my biggest complaint, though, with Loki, I genuinely think this costume is near perfection for him. The horns, the cape, the the fur on the shoulders, the
Mhm.
scepter, the gauntlets, everything. My one complaint is the chin strap. I
Oh.
hate the chin strap that he has.
It but okay, that's where I go where it feels like that's like the design language of Marvel Rivals though.
Yes. Oh, for
Like
sure.
it feels super fitting and like I think that's a detriment to some characters, Loki being one specifically with that.
I have another character in mind that I really feel like that hurts them a lot.
Okay. Okay.
But for me, Loki, despite everything, I still feel like it's a point 0.3 certified. I look at this character and I genuinely think it's probably one of the best designs.
I'm going to go A tier on this one, but I do agree with you. The only thing that keeps it from point 0.3 certified is in game. For me, I always look for Loki because I love the way Loki looks, and I just don't feel it in game.
And you know what? That's fair. And I think since we said we're going to put all that into it, then yes, I think upper A tier is a good spot
for
for
sure,
him.
for sure. Yeah.
All right. Another character that a lot of people became familiar with because of this game, Luna Snow. Character that good strategist, a lot of fun to play, especially when you're just bumping music to survive ultimates and deal damage. I like it.
Yeah,
A lot.
I'm a fan. I think when people saw the character list and they're like, Luna Snow's a playable character and like alpha or beta or whatever it might have been, everyone's like, who the heck is this?
Yeah.
But for design language, shout out all my anime fans. Huge fan. And really why I'm the biggest fan of Luna Snow is really just like the contrast of like color scheme where it's like a mix of light and darks, but really like the name, it ties in with like her hair, though it just everything feels like this is a well-defined character, extremely recognizable, looks super cool during gameplay. For me, Luna Snow's point 0.3 certified. I don't know about you.
I would agree. It's a basic costume done really well. Again, similar to Jeff, where it's what this character is about when you look at them, but they still have a personality.
For sure.
Like you can clearly tell that Luna has a personality. Yeah. You can tell kind of what she does based on her costume.
Yeah.
And I think that's important for any design to kind of portray what they're trying to go for. So yeah, Luna Snow is definitely 0.3. You think we'll see more of Luna Snow and other stuff now?
I want to say yes, but I don't know if they'll go that far.
Do you think we'll see Jeff and other stuff?
Yes. I do.
How soon? Just throw it out there.
2025.
Oh.
2025 soon. I'm not saying it's going to be like anything big, but like appearance wise, little cameos. I think so.
What if season 4?
What if season 4?
I could see that if they, yeah. Okay. All right. So far, I got 2.3 certified.
Yeah.
Not bad. And no one's been below middle of the road.
No, this feels right so far.
Correct. All right. Magic, character that as of right now is my main. I absolutely love her. She's super fun. Has some nasty combos and can take on tanks all on her own if you really want to.
Yeah.
All that being said, this is not magic bias. Maybe it is. I think we got another 0.3 certified. In my opinion.
This is one of those where it's like, why wouldn't it be 0.3 certified? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is an auto look. The only thing that I could say that, like, for me, when I see Magic is one of my favorite character designs, period. It's just one of my favorite characters of all time. But Magic's sword just looks really, really good. Just the design language fits. Yeah, like if you nail that, the rest of the character falls into place. I'll agree with you. I'll go 0.3 certified on this.
Yeah. It just feels like a natural extension of like a battle armor for Magic, but not taking it too far.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like
100%.
I can see a version of this where it's just spikes everywhere.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like, that's too much. But here it's like the shoulder pad,
it's well placed.
Her ear thingies. I love it.
Fan casts Rhea Ripley as Magic in the MCU.
I could see that.
I
can see it. She's just giant though. They're gonna need a giant person for Colossus.
Yeah. Right.
That's actually be her brother.
I can totally see her rocking this as like a Mania fit.
Oh, I would love that. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
That'd be super cool.
That'd be really cool. All right. Magneto. I won't lie. The first time I saw this design, I think this is the one that really showed people that Marvel Rivals was going to be different when it comes to these character designs.
Magneto is one of my favorites. I think we go back to 97, you know, when he had kind of his alternate fit and everyone's like, and we're like, we love it though. I think this is a good take with a Rivals design on one of my favorite characters. It to me though, I don't think it's 0.3 certified. I would probably say 8 here because I think I love the armor. I like his design. I like the cape, even the kind of that floating piece behind his head. But they nailed his helmet. I mean, that's kind of like my biggest. Do I love it or hate it? You get that right. Very similar to how you're speaking the magic sword. I'm a fan in the color scheme. I love it, but for me, it's an A.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with you 100%. Clearly, they're taking inspiration from the Krakoa era. Mm-hmm. They reference it all over the game, and this is kind of the color scheme that he goes with during that time. Yeah. Aside from him being a giant, broad man in this game, I think for me, what I really enjoy about his design is the fact that as an old man face, like he's believable as a Magneto.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, like you said, kind of the bigger armor pieces. I like it.
I do too. It's a character I find myself like staring at in the beginning of the games and stuff. And I'm like, dang, he looks pretty good.
Yeah. I feel like he could be the poster child for a Marvel Rivals.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah. And I don't think people would be mad at that at all.
No.
Shout out to his voice actor. I like his voice actor a lot.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's a whole separate conversation. We could talk about that for Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right. A tier for Magneto. Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty good for him. Yeah. All right. Mantis, Guardian of the Galaxy. Well, 0.3 it.
That's a 0.3 for me. That's a 0.3 for me.
It is for me too, honestly. The way they just make her feel like Earth, life, and it plays so well into her costume, her little like tree belt thing.
Yeah.
It's super cool. They make her look different, but not weird like the Guardians movies do.
Right.
You know, they still give her little antennas and obviously some features that make her look not human.
Right.
But it's not overdone.
No, and a character that looks good in motion, in game. Shout out to Hero Scroll. If you ever get a chance to play with him, he will dominate. Just
my main.
Maybe I have a bias on this, and it's 0.3 because I feel like, oh my gosh, he won the game, MVP. What do you know? Yeah, love Mantis's design. I think this is a step up from a lot of exposure we've gotten from Mantis over the last probably like 5-6 years.
Oh, for sure, 100%. And it's telling how well of the design this is that they released the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 skins, which look pretty good in game. I won't lie. All of the MCU skins do. But compared her Mantis to this Mantis, it looks so boring.
Yeah. This takes the cake for me.
Yeah, a night and day difference. Speaking of the night, the moon shines at night. The moon haunts you. Probably hear that if he's on your team. Or he's not on your team. I'm sorry. I think that's what he says when he's not on your team.
Whenever I hear that, I instantly am moving any direction from where I'm standing, and I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
In editing, I'm gonna have to insert that Willem Dafoe meme where he's like looking up, whatever movie that's from, that he's just looking up like.
Yeah.
That's what happens when there's a Moon Knight player.
Yeah.
Moon Knight.
I'll be honest with you. I love this Moon Knight. I really, really love this Moon Knight. I think it's one of the cooler designs. How I feel about Moon Knight is how I was hoping to feel about Iron Man.
Yes, 100. Oh my god, 100%.
Yeah,
So I think we can kind of
just
go ahead and put him up there.
auto plug.
Yeah. I will say he looks like a Mortal Kombat character in all the best ways possible.
Totally.
And you would think that going with like a more armored tactical design from Moon Knight might not work, especially since people are now used to him with like the MCU version where it's a mummified bandage, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But this just works so well.
Yeah, you have everything's placed in the right way. Like you have the onks on the knees, and you obviously have his crescents, but then you have the crescent on the chest. And like the way that the hood blends into the cape, I think is super cool.
Yeah.
Like it just flows well. Everything fits right. And he's not too broad or bulky, which I think they could have made a mistake and I might have felt differently, but he feels just big enough, more so in the arms than not. But like his chest to shoulder ratio is a little bit more toned down than like a Magneto or Iron Man. And I think that worked really well for his design language.
Yeah, I would say this is one of the few that one could probably say that Moon Knight is over designed, but they did it well. They executed it well. This is one of the characters where they went overboard, but it works.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I could definitely see a version of this where it's not too much. You know what I mean? They take it down a little and it would still look really good, especially with a lot of the elements that they have for this one right now.
Yeah. I think in a game like this, though, he would have looked, if they would have toned him down, I think he would have felt a lot worse, just by comparison.
Yeah. Yeah. But point 3 is it's good for the Fist of Khonshu.
Yeah.
Namor, a character I've been getting into. Sorry, excuse me, Namor. He says it in the game as well. I like this design a lot. I saw people hating on it a lot because they're like, oh, he looks like a dirty barnacle.
No, dude. This was one of the first players I wanted to try because of the way that he looked. And I was like, oh, he looks sick. Like his trident, just his design language. I like kind of the single. I like how they balanced, the left arm with the right leg and how they added kind of that armor onto that area. But like, he looks, what's there not to love about his color scheme? Like everything about this to me screams A tier. I don't know if I would say 0.3 certified, and I don't know why I wouldn't say 0.3 certified. But I think this is a really strong design.
Yeah, I agree. It's missing something, and I don't know what it is exactly, but it's still really good. I love the way that the armor almost looks like a sea dragon armor that he slayed, and he just took the armor pieces, yet he's still wearing like, stuff that would fit within the Atlantean realms and, the necklace, the sash thing. It looks well, and it doesn't betray his character yet. So he looks regal and still cool to me.
Yeah, he looks really cool.
Yeah. Like this is the king of Atlantis.
Yeah, this oh man, do I kind of say it's like in between for me? Like when I really look at it and like you look at it and it tells a really good story and it does kind of match the description that they have, but I'll still go A.
Yeah. Well, for those of you who aren't here or haven't been with us for a tier list, we also do the tier list individually or the tiers individually. So don't worry, we will get to that part too. So don't be like, oh, Namor should be top of A. It might switch. Yeah, we'll get there. Black Panther, King of Wakanda. This is another design I really like.
I like this one because it kind of falls in line with like Killmonger vibes. Like it gives me like it's just kind of BA,
Yeah.
I like this one.
But it doesn't feel like it's going full Killmonger. Like you can still look at this and be like, no, that is
100%
T'Challa, Black Panther.
100%. I just mean more from like the gold accent with it,
sure.
but I'm always a sucker for Black Panther. I think they nailed this as a Black Panther. Like if any character to this point that we've probably ranked besides like Jeff or Luna or Magic, I think this is very much a Black. For me, this is point 3 certified from that standpoint, just to get it out there. But I wouldn't change anything on this at all.
No, me neither. Me neither. I love the gold accents, and I think that's probably one of the pieces that I love the most about it, because we're so used to seeing the Black Panther costume with like the more silver accents.
Yeah,
that's why Shuri's costume is actually really nice in Wakanda Forever,
for sure,
because it had that gold, and it makes the Black Panther feel more regal.
It does.
Like I could see like if, for example, like if in Civil War when he's still like Prince T'Challa, he had the silver, and then when he's king, it goes to the gold.
Yeah,
kind of like a
yeah.
Hopefully the next costume keeps that gold.
Hopefully. I think that's a really cool take and kind of to point out for that character. They don't have that in the 1948, right? And that's coming out. He's silver, isn't he?
I don't know. Let's look it up really quick. He has he has the gold. It's like gold outlines.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, they do keep it.
Interesting. Okay. Good choice. Yeah. Good choice.
Yeah. It's very similar to T'Chaka in the MCU.
Yes.
So
yes.
I like it. Penny Parker gained popularity from Into the Spider-Verse. And you can definitely tell that whoever designed her said, hey, what if we did Evangelion? But
it's so Marvel. True. It's so true. This is one of those where like the base I don't love, and the Venomized version I think looks pretty sick. This is okay for me. I would go B, almost C tier. This might be my first C tier, to be honest with you. It's there. Like, it doesn't really do much for me, to be honest with you. You could sway me to say B, but I would definitely not say A.
Yeah, I'd agree. I would probably, some people might hate us for this one. I would say C. It's too on the nose. And I know that, the original Penny Parker or SPDR robot is meant to be like, Evangelion, but I don't know, it just doesn't translate as well, like the skinnier robot.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know, I don't like it.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Might be a different conversation when we talk about the other skins, so don't hate us for C. It gets better.
Yeah, it can definitely get better. I think it gets better, especially on this next character that we're talking about, Psylocke.
This was our number one. I think we're both going to say 0.3 certified, but I think this is the first character that we were just like, this is amazing.
Yeah, I love everything about this character. I genuinely think it is the perfect redesign and interpretation for her, where they're just like, make her ninja samurai, fully lean into the Japanese heritage for her and make her sick. Give her butterfly scarf.
So good.
Everything.
So good. So good. Yeah, I have no complaints. I think everything you said is spot on.
I don't think anyone out there has ever said that this character model is going to look bad. I don't think anyone ever will.
No. We're not even talking about other skins, but it's just this.
No, yeah, other skins is.
That's a different conversation. That's like, we might have to break the 0.3 certified tier.
We might have to. I don't know. It's just like, I love everything about it. Even the hair, like the way the hair's up in like
perfect
ponytail. It just looks great.
Yeah, detail look. As I turn my iPad off. Design language, I think I would be very curious to know like who modeled this, or like how they came up with this, or who specifically owned this character's design, just to hear what they thought about it. Kind of the Japanese anime, samurai, sai, mutant, like everything I love in this world like is combined into this one character.
Like wandering samurai ninja.
Yeah.
Who's also an X-Men.
Yeah. Sold.
Yeah, give it all.
Yeah.
Rocket Raccoon. Now, the first time I saw this, I didn't love it. And I'll start it off by saying that I don't love it. I don't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it's trying just a bit too hard.
It's missing things. One of my favorite things about Rocket Raccoon and what I loved about original designs is the face. I think that they nailed the head.
Yes.
The eyes, the outlines, that raccoon, the smile, very ominous. Like the weapons, fantastic. But then when you get into like the body, it's just there. Like it's okay. There's nothing that I really look at and I'm like, this is, this is great. Like it's okay.
Yeah.
I would go C tier to be honest with you for Rocket. You can argue B. But this, yeah, I want a lot more out of this design personally.
Yeah, it leaves a lot to be desired. And it's kind of hard just because he has such a small body. But he's just missing a little bit of personality in his costume itself.
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's weird to say for Rocket. But it's just not.
I mean, from a gaming perspective, though, like I looked at other character designs, like I very much he reminds me of like a Ratchet, from Ratchet and Clank. They're just, their designs are, I'm like, he looks really cool. You can do a lot with this character. I just think that they left a little bit on the table.
Mm-hmm. I'd agree. Man, poor Rocket.
Yeah.
C tier.
For
design.
For design.
Yeah, for design. Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch.
I'm not gonna lie, I really like this.
I think this is the absolute best Scarlet Witch design out of anything there is.
I don't feel as strongly about this Scarlet Witch as I do Psylocke, but it's almost like a same conversation for me in a lot of ways.
No, to me, it's definitely up there.
Yeah.
Where it's taking a design and just kind of upgrading it by not doing too much to it.
Mm-hmm. The thing that I like about this character is like there are a lot of sharp lines between kind of like her crown, the shoulder pads, like everything. Like there's a lot of dimension, but dude, her whole look, the hair, like not to say too much about it, but it's just red on red on red.
Yeah.
Big fan.
And you would think that would wash itself out, but it doesn't.
No.
Like it would all blend into one and not look as good and give attention to the details, but it's the fact that you can still see all the details in the costume.
Yeah.
0.3 certified getting up there.
I know.
With people. I like it.
Can you, everyone watching, can you tell we love this game or what?
I know. We really do. We really do. I think I have about 20 hours into it.
I'm not that close yet, but once holiday is over, it's and the world slows down a little bit, it's game on.
I think this is the one where people are going to hate us.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel similar to me.
Go for it.
We were talking about what character was it? Was it Loki? Where it was the over design affecting the character a little too much. I think Spider-Man really, it hurts him a lot. It hurts him so much. He feels so busy and not in a good way.
Yeah.
It's the way that the lines go, like with the giant black spider logo. And then how it goes like into the sides and into the knee pads. Spider-Man with knee pads, not a good choice. Or at least not with basic black knee pads.
That's the biggest thing when I first was scrolling through the characters and just looking at it. And then I was like, something doesn't feel complete. Like something feels off. I want to like it just because like if it's Spider-Man and I'm like, oh, I love most Spider-Man. But yeah, I think the knees, the shoulders, the arms, the forearms, those black lines are just a little too thick for my liking. And the spider logo, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's okay. I would still. I'd probably say B tier personally.
That's where I feel like it lives. Is B tier, where it's not bad. but it's not a good design. Or not it's not good. It's there are designs that have done what it's trying to do, just better. And maybe my main issue with it is that it feels like it's just trying to be Insomniac Spider-Man,
Kind of.
but it doesn't work.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Like,
Also, funny on his gloves. His gloves seem like the blue, but then like the webbed fingers. Like he's almost got like
yeah,
some UFC gloves on or something. I don't know.
yeah. I don't love it, man. I
I
don't
don't love
love it.
that.
No. So yeah, B tier, I think is where. Man, what a weird tier list where we have like Jeff the Shark, a basic shark, Luna Snow. We got Moon Knight, and then Iron Man and Spider Man, two of your most popular characters in probably all of Marvel, current Marvel, in the middle of the road.
Hey, we still got plenty more to go. We still got plenty
Yeah.
more to go.
Absolutely. All right, Squirrel Girl.
Hmm.
If I can just get this out of the way,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
hella thick. I am sorry, but dude, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I mean, Squirrel Girl was trending there for a minute. But dude, 100%. Although I'm digging the design though.
I like the design.
I'm digging the design. I would either put it like I'm gonna say A tier, just simply because I think it really fits the character and tells the story very well, in my opinion. I think it's a well-designed character.
This could be one of those really goofy characters and not look good at all. You know, especially with like the big tail, the ears, you know, all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
clearly big squirrel influences, but they did a good job of
Proportioning.
keeping that, but restraining themselves back.
For sure. For sure.
Where, yes, she is a squirrel girl, but you can still take her seriously.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great design for the character specifically. I think they did a good job with that.
And keeping a little squirrel companion for her.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. It's a great job.
Yeah. Sold.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Star-Lord.
I'm biased, man. I'm biased on this one. I personally think Star-Lord's super cool. Now, I won't give it a 0.3 certified. I do think this is definitely an A tier. If he didn't have his jacket, this would be a lower piece for me.
Yeah.
But I think the helmet to the jacket to blending in like his hair to just the overall design and the accents, I think they're kind of well placed. But I think his jacket carries for me with the mask in the front.
Hard. The blue and the yellow work really, really well.
Yeah. And it's an interesting shade of blue.
Yeah. Here's what I do have to say though. Pure MCU biases. How much better would this costume look with the red?
Oh, in alternate, like if I could choose this and it was an alternate, or if we were playing the game and we were just like, you know, it's a 2D game, we're fighting against each other, and this is like the alternate where you're blue and I'm red, I'd always want to be the red. Red in this would look insane. I love the blue, but red
would bump it up.
Bro, red would bump for sure.
Yeah.
Blue's cool though.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a good design. It's a way to like clearly pay homage to both the MCU and then classic Star-Lord from the comics. It's done really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a world where this doesn't look good.
Yeah.
But we don't live in that world.
You know who does live in our world though?
Who?
Storm.
Wait, Halle Berry?
No,
Okay.
dude, this isn't deserving of Halle Berry.
This
I'm gonna
isn't.
be honest with you. I think this is my first "the heck is this." I do not like her design.
What?
I don't like her design. I think that they missed. I think they missed on this one.
Oh my god, I was about to go.
You're gonna point three?
Dude, I love this costume.
What?
I think this is the perfect blend, kind of similar to Star-Lord, where you take comic accurate Storm costume and you just add to it with like a Marvel Rivals flair. I think this costume is sick.
Oh no. I don't know. It's just it's it just
What doesn't
feels
work?
there.
What doesn't work
I
for
don't know
you?
if it's necessarily the color scheme. Like I like the fit, the silhouette. Like I like the bodysuit with kind of like the leg, the tights that kind of come up, and like just the design, the hair, fine. But it just feels like they could have done more when you look at characters like Loki or even Thor or what they did to Mantis. Like I feel like they gave other people like the treatment, and they just like Storm is just there. Like I'm like, how are you going to design Mantis and Luna Snow and all these characters when I'm like, bro, at least lean into the lightning or thunder, or something in the design. Like it's just like smooth as if she's out of like the 2099.
Mm. Yeah, no, I disagree, man. I
Oh,
think they went so hard with this costume. If I had to deck anything off, it's like the weird openings in the cape. I know it's classic X-Men, but I've never been a
right,
fan of
right,
that
right,
weird
right,
opening in
right,
the cape that she has.
right.
Uh, but dude, I love everything about this costume. I literally have nothing bad to say about it. And if this was up to me, it'd be up there in point three. So
I'll settle for an A tier because I can see what you're saying. I just think my own personal bias and like seeing how they gave treatment to other characters, I think they could have done really well with. I just think was expecting more maybe, and it just kind of landed in a place where it's not terrible, but for me, it's like a the heck is this? Because why give Psylocke and Wanda this like, oh, this. We'll circle back.
okay, we'll circle back. I don't know. I personally love this costume. So
Our
I love
first,
it so much.
our first discrepancy.
I think so. I think so. But that's okay.
It's a good one though. I can see
Yeah.
what you're saying. I'm with you. I'm with you. But
Yeah. I'd love to see your thoughts on her alternate, the white one, when we do this again.
yeah,
Her
yeah,
white costume.
yeah,
We'll talk about that in another video.
yeah.
Punisher,
Bro.
capital P because he's a thick boy. Dude, this Punisher.
I I love this Punisher to be honest with you. For me, this is a point 3 certified. But dude, like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I chose him as my main at first purely based off of looks. I'm not even gonna lie.
It. I can agree with point three. I know a lot of people won't. But what I love about this is that I really feel like whoever designed him took a look at the Punisher and just said, what if we just over exaggerate everything about the
I,
Punisher?
I feel like they ripped him right out of Gears of War.
Dude, he looks like Marcus Phoenix.
Yeah, yeah, legitimately does.
Put like the little chainsaw part at the end of his gun, and he's just Gears of
Sold,
War.
sold. No, I think it's awesome. I think it's
Yeah.
awesome, and it feels very Punisher.
Yeah.
Marvel Rivals Punisher. Like this, just like
Yes.
this is the poster boy in my opinion. Like how you were kind of saying, like Magneto could be
Mhm.
that character. Totally could use Punisher as that.
Oh yeah, 100%. What I love also about this is it's an exaggeration, but it's also like when you follow the story, they basically are at war. This feels like a Punisher going to war,
Yeah.
like a more modern war. Like he's
Yeah.
going to go all out. He's gonna go full tactical. He's still gonna have attack vest on, but he's gonna make sure that he has some more paint and that he puts his Punisher logo on. Dude, put a
It's true.
headband on him and he's perfect.
Oh,
Put a little headband on him and he's perfect. I still think he's point three, but put a headband, perfect.
man, where's the suggestion box? That's money.
Right.
That would be money.
I wouldn't be
I love
surprised
that.
if an alternate down the line is like
Yeah,
all
yeah,
black
yeah,
headband, like classic Punisher.
yeah, yeah.
That's coming. Or
Oh,
like a trench coat.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Great design for him. Thor, God of Thunder. Someone I thought was going to be my main, but wasn't.
I
He's
thought he was
fun
gonna
though.
be. Yeah. Dude, massive man. Like he's chugging whenever he see it. I hate playing against Thor still to this day, but I think it's a really good design.
Yeah.
I don't I don't know if I would say 0.3 though, but I really like it for Thor. Like it feels Thor.
Yes, it feels Thor. It's the classic, like, silver bullet thingies. I
Hmm.
don't know how to call it. His winged helmet looks good,
I
actually.
really like that.
Yeah,
Looks good in play too.
they managed to like not make it look goofy. They made it look like a regal.
Which you can really do.
Yeah,
You can really get that wrong.
yeah. But this one almost being like a helm, like a war helm. It
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
good. My one complaint is like the weird red part that's like on the shoulders that connect to his like gauntlets.
I wondered if that was like underneath, like his underneath type
Yeah,
outfit, and then like the armor's layered over that, like kind of looks like those gauntlets come up and over his arm.
yeah.
Um, it's okay because I think he definitely needed that pop. However, I do think that they could have beefed the color up on this a little bit more. Like it feels a little too muted.
And you know what it is? It's the gauntlets.
Yeah.
It's the gauntlets. Like it and maybe they're supposed to be like destroyer gauntlets.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I
That's what
didn't
it
think of that.
feels like. Like maybe it's like the destroyer armor that he just took the gauntlets. The hard thing is though that's maybe just fan fiction. But yeah, it's too muted. If it had some more color, like if the blue was just a little brighter,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not too much, just a little bit.
agree. Yeah, not as far as like Thor 4 Hemsworth
No, no.
blue. I think that's a little too much, personally. He looks really cool from what he can do in game, but he doesn't look as cool because of his design, in my opinion, while
Yeah.
you're playing.
So what? A tier?
Yeah, I don't think he's B, but I would probably say A.
Yeah. I can live with that. I can live with that. Black Widow, a character that honestly not many people play, or at least I haven't seen a lot of people play her.
It's side note, why play Black Widow when you can use Hawkeye?
Yeah, that's the thing. Hawkeye's just a better Black Widow. I feel kind of meh about it.
Yeah, but I've never loved the Widow design. Like it's just a suit. Like there's nothing for me to kind of put this above what I'm expecting. You probably need to add something to it that's going to like be an addition, a new addition to the character. It's okay. I'd probably say C, but I don't really think that there's anything wrong with it. I just is.
Yeah, yeah. This is the first one that I would say is probably like a very for both of us. It's personal, just
Yeah.
because I know the story for her for this particular Black Widow is like she's from the future. She's like 2099, I think, Black Widow.
Mhm.
So, and they do a good job of capturing the feel of like a futuristic suit. It's just, I think for both of us, it's kind of boring.
Yeah. Nothing more.
Yeah, nothing more, nothing less. Venom.
Venom. I like Venom personally. I think Venom fits a lot more in this world than Spider-Man does, especially from a bulk perspective. But I think they did well with the tongue. I think the eyes are great. I think the mouth looks really good. I think he's got a fantastic size. Probably one of the better right size Venom we've probably seen recently, to
Oh,
be
for
honest
sure.
with you. The spider, well, yeah, spider symbol looks good. They got the hands. They have the white on the back of the hand. Thank God.
Yeah.
For me, this is I love this. I love Venom. As a Venom fan, this is a 0.3 for me.
Yeah.
Depends
Point
on where
three.
it lands for you.
Point three for sure. In motion, this is one of the best looking characters. No
Yeah,
doubt. When you see all the symbiote tendrils coming out of him, all the poses they have of him roaring, looking up and roaring, it just looks sick all the time.
yeah,
I love the how much like his mouth actually opens up towards the back, and it's really only something you
yes,
can kind of see on the avatar pictures of him, but it goes
yes,
kind of like almost towards his ears, which is really neat.
yeah,
The teeth, tongue, everything. Yeah.
yeah. Sold,
This is Venom.
sold. Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels very Venom. Whereas we didn't feel this way for Spider-Man. This is what's missing. It doesn't feel right for us.
Yeah.
But Venom, I think, nailed it.
Yeah. Winter Soldier. I'll go
Bro,
ahead and say it. Is it
point.
just point three?
Just point three.
Yeah.
Easy. Easy.
Easy.
No question.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, this Winter Soldier is so cool. Oh my god, dude. If this Winter Soldier was in Thunderbolts, watch out
Oh,
Thunderbolts.
so cool. Probably one of the better head designs from like his Winter Soldier like half mask.
100%.
So like the hair and just the way that it lays, like his size is good, his arm looks good, like that half vest, super tactical, moves
Yeah.
very well, looks very well, color scheme feels great. Um, dude, sick.
Sick. I love the fact that his arm like splays open like an Akira style thing. He's so cool in this game, dude.
Super cool.
Super cool. I remember his reveal trailer. I still think it's probably the best reveal trailer.
Yeah.
Is the Winter Soldier and Cap one?
Yeah. This A
Sick.
plus. If I could look a certain way in a video game, like make
It'd
me
be
look.
Winter Soldier. Yeah, it'd be Winter Soldier. It would just be like, hey, take Winter Soldier from Marvel Rivals. I want to be that.
Yeah. If technology advances enough to where we can, start purchasing some. Oh my gosh, wait, who's next? Nowhere to. Yeah, ideal.
Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger.
A character that I think because of this, more people are also getting familiar with, which is really good.
Yeah.
For me, off the cuff reaction, A tier.
I think A tier. I think it could have been an S tier. I think Cloak looks awesome. I think Cloak is a 0.3 certified for me, but like Dagger feels like a B.
Yeah.
So I think A is kind of right sized.
Yeah. It's like the weird, like almost turtleneck for her is what throws me off. It's not a turtleneck, but it kind of is.
Mm-hmm.
The weird like blue on it instead of it being like a pure white.
Yeah.
Like he is pure black.
Yeah.
I think doesn't do it enough justice, but I like it.
I do too.
Like it's a strong design.
Oh, very strong. It's just this is one of those where the in-game kind of docks a little bit for me, but you still know like who obviously Cloak and Dagger are. But yeah, when you get like closer up on the photos, I just look at the jacket. I'm like, I think it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Wolverine.
Bro.
This is weird. And I feel like might be our first the heck is this?
A legitimate the heck is this? I'm with you.
Here's the thing though. I don't hate it. But when I look at it,
bro, it's the boots, man. What are those?
It's the weird like Air Mag looking boots from like Back to the Future.
Bro, my guy's straight out of like 2000 NFL Blitz on Sega Dreamcast. Just big blocky guy. Just your main character.
Yeah, it's the longer hair for me too. Like when I think his hair is sticking up like Wolverine, like when he goes Super Saiyan, basically, I think it looks cool. I think he looks really cool. But then when his hair is down like this, it doesn't look good. And then he has the little things on his hands automatically that are normally on the gloves.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure is a comic accurate thing. It just doesn't translate well here. And then the big Wolverine belt buckle.
Bro, I don't know, man. He's got like the black undershirt, but then like has he got like denim jeans on with like white Super Marvel Air Max boots?
You know what this feels like, and if I offend anybody out there, very sorry, but this feels like the kid who is very into anime in high school.
That just rolls. Bro, this fit probably costs like $3,000 though.
100%. That jacket alone was $5,000.
All leather. With custom paint.
Yeah. Man, this Wolverine is weird.
I don't love it. As Wolverine is my favorite character, like across all mediums, this ain't doing it.
This ain't it, dog. This ain't it.
The heck is this?
Man, poor Wolverine, man.
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve it. But
No.
he does because it's Marvel Rivals Wolverine.
Fair.
Cap.
Dude, I struggle with this one. I'm not gonna lie. There are times where I'm like, you look kind of cool, but there are times I look at him like, I kind of don't like this.
Can I say my answer by just putting him where I feel like he is?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. This is another one where this feels like Captain America. But like you say, when you look at him, there's just something off about him where it's like, I don't like what I'm seeing.
Yeah. It almost feels like, you know, like the people post those like AI pictures of characters. It's like an AI generated Captain America and they just like slapped it on him. Not saying it is. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it is. Someone I'm sure took the time to do this. His shield is super cool.
Yeah.
I don't love, maybe it's the black, like its pants. Maybe if they would have carried that blue down, I don't know.
I like the pants. For me, maybe what throws it off, and the more I look at like both the avatar and then the bigger model that we have on our other screens, the traps, it goes too far up into his neck almost, and it kind of does something that the Marvel versus Infinite Captain America does, where it makes him look like he's like this.
Yeah.
Like he's constantly like his head is tucked into his shoulders type thing. It doesn't
his
look
head
good.
feels like lower, it's smaller, and it does kind of proportionally feel kind of weird. I mean, it's not, again, I think that's a good tier to have it in his B.
Yeah.
I feel very similar to all the things in B about him.
Yeah. Doctor Strange.
Ooh.
I don't know what to feel when I look at him. I like his cape.
Is he a pirate?
He that's the thing though. He feels like Pirate Doctor Strange.
he
feels like he's in Cirque du Soleil.
He definitely does. If you take that cape away, I'd be like, well, bro, what is going on here with like your belt sash? I'm not too sure. He looks sick in game, by the way. Don't get me wrong. When he's got like these little octo arms coming out and all that kind of stuff, when he's doing, he looks super cool. His animations are nice, but I don't. This would be like front end B for me, real quick. I don't think this is an A, but I don't think it's a C per se because the cape is there.
Yeah. The cape carries it a lot.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't feel as bland as the other ones when you put them next to him.
No, it doesn't. It just feels like it needs a little bit more to keep it into that next tier. And maybe it's like the color palette, because like his black is almost a brown. You know what I mean?
And I think, I don't know if this would maybe ruin it, but I feel like his pants are a little too like fitted.
Yeah. Needs to be more baggy.
Yeah. I think a little baggier, I think would have been better.
Yeah, I can agree with that. All right. Hawkeye. Character that people were gushing over. And I won't lie, I am too. My question is he A or is he 0.3?
He's 0.3.
Is he 0.3? Yeah, because this is the coolest Hawkeye we'll ever.
Oh, this is one of the coolest. I'm sorry, like Jeremy Renner. I know you've been through a lot in your life, but if you could just, show up like this next time, please and thank you.
Yeah, he looks like a Power Ranger, and I love it,
bro. If this was a mission and I could choose two characters to just run through this game with, I'm picking Psylocke and I'm picking Hawkeye.
Yeah,
like if this was a full on like adventure game, please, sold.
Yeah, this is really good. The half mask, the like piece of hood that kind of hangs off into one shoulder.
My guy spent some time in Japan. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, he saw Kamen Rider and then he was like, I want to do that. And it's funny because they give him a costume where he just is Kamen Rider basically.
Yeah.
And then this was like kind of toned down, but still cool.
Yeah.
I love it. I love this Hawkeye.
Oof. Me too.
Yeah,
big fan.
Fantastic character. Groot.
Bro, just those back. We could take half of 0.3, take the back half of 0.3, and just like flip it on the other side.
Yeah,
what a run, bro! What a run! Oh my gosh.
Groot though.
You know what? Groot. I kind of like Groot. I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate this demon Loki modified Groot. I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but he definitely feels like he's out of like Gloomhaven or some like board game like Dungeons
Lord
and
of the Rings.
Dragons. Yeah,
I saw this and he feels like the trees out of Lord of the Rings.
for sure, for sure, for
And
sure.
not in a good way for me.
I don't think I would have it as B. I would personally put it in A because I think it's fitting. Like it looks complete for the character, but feels odd for a Groot.
And that's my problem. It doesn't feel like Groot.
Yeah.
Especially, and maybe I think the whole body of him looks good. It feels like Groot.
Yeah.
My issue is his face where the Deadwoods in Mortal Kombat. He looks like the Deadwoods from Mortal Kombat.
Totally.
Like you're gonna throw him into him, and he's gonna eat Scorpion.
Totally.
And for that, I think he goes B for me. Because I don't hate it, but the face throws him off very much.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
I get down with that.
Yeah.
I get down with that.
Sorry, Groot. We are sorry, Groot.
Yeah, we are sorry.
Hella.
Bro. It's a 0.3 for me.
Yeah. This one is very easy.
I think that this, like, the helmet, the colors, the scheme, the sword, like, bro, the horns on the thighs, like the heels, like everything about this, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is hella. And the cape.
The cape. I love the cape, especially towards the bottom where it kind of like fades off into like almost like it still looks like a cape and it's still there, but it's clearly like ethereal almost.
Yeah. Of the three between Hela, Loki, and Thor, I think this one screams that character more than any of the other two. Even Loki, I would put Hela above Loki personally.
I would put Hela above Loki, but I would put Loki above Thor.
Agreed.
Yeah. Agreed. Like, and I would put Loki like just that much behind her because I really do think he looks good.
But this feels complete, top to bottom. For me, this is like a 10 out of 10 design. There's nothing that I would change on this. Like,
yeah. And you know what's funny? Where we said with Magic, like they easily could have just made her like pointy, sharp edges everywhere, and it would have been a little too much. Yeah. They did that with Hela. They just said put sharp edges everywhere. Put it everywhere you can: thighs, head, shoulders. You know,
the whole
everywhere.
Whole thing.
But it looks good.
It looks really good.
Yeah. All right. The Hulk.
I mean, bro, this is the Wolverine problem. I have this like a very similar feel with Hulk. I'm not gonna lie. My guy's torso to like pants ratio to like stubby leg. I'm like, what is going on?
It's the stubby leg. It's the deep V cut that they are trying to show off. Like, and if his pants are any lower, I'm seeing Hulk's pubes.
Yeah. Honestly. I don't. If you cover the pants from the waist up, I'm like, yo, okay. And then you cover his top half and you look at the bottom, I'm like, who's on top of this?
It looks like a really skinny Hulk.
Yeah, I don't like. You got to hit leg day. This is the Hulk that did not hit leg day.
No. And you know what's funny? The Hulk that he turned into with his ultimate, like the bigger, angrier Hulk, looks more of a better base Hulk than this.
Agree.
I don't love this, but it's not a B. Is it the heck is this? Because I can look at this and clearly be like, no, this is Hulk.
Yeah. I'd say C.
Yeah. God, we live in a world where Jeff the Shark is at the top of a tier list and Wolverine is at the bottom.
It's a good list though. Super. I mean, it's top heavy. That's fantastic.
Top heavy. But I mean, a lot of these designs really are good. Like especially in game, everything in motion. It's kind of hard to tell on the pictures and on the pictures that we've shown throughout the video as well, because you'll see the in-game models. But a lot of these designs are really good.
The only one for me that I just really am like, what is Wolverine?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. He's the only one that when they first revealed him, I was like, oh. Yeah. I was like, oh, I can tell it's Wolverine, but ew.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, that's our tier list. But again, if you haven't been with us, we like to organize the tiers. So at the bottom, the heck is this on his own? Lone Wolf, Wolverine, fitting for him.
Oh yeah.
C tier, we have Penny Parker, Rocket Raccoon, Black Widow, and then the Hulk. I would make one change, and that one
Yeah.
change is
Sold.
moving Black Widow to the top because
You
she's
read-
not a bad design. It's just not for us.
You read my mind.
But I think that's how it goes.
Yeah.
All right. B tier, so far we got Doctor Strange, Adam Warlock, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Cap, and then Groot.
I think Groot's good. I'm not gonna lie. I think that might be the order.
Yeah, I agree. I like Adam Warlock's design. I just wish it was a little better, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And
I
Doctor
only feel.
Strange is the same.
Yeah. Yep. Same. Okay.
All right. A tier, we have Iron Fist, Loki, Magneto, Namor, Squirrel Girl, Star-Lord, Storm, Thor, and Cloak and Dagger.
You can move Storm up.
Okay.
You can move Storm up.
To where top? Middle?
I'd put her behind Iron Fist. I put her behind Iron Fist, and I think from there it's kind of like within a tier break. Like if we had a 1A, 2A, I think it'd break there. Everyone else, there's something where I'm like, it could be better.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I can agree with everything you said about Storm. I mean, yeah, I like that. The only thing I might want to do is move, because Cloak and Dagger has Cloak. I think Cloak looks way better than Thor. I think it looks better than Star-Lord.
Okay.
Probably Squirrel.
All right. Namor?
No.
Is Namor better than Magneto?
For me, yes.
I can agree. I don't think he's better than Loki, though. And that's a good A tier, though. Like,
very good A tier.
I hope people, hear this and don't think, oh, they just put him in A tier. No, that's a good spot for them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Point 3 certified. This is going to be fun. Jeff, the shark, who has everybody's hearts. Luna Snow, Magic, Mantis, Moon Knight, Black Panther, Psylocke, Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, Punisher, Venom, Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, Hela. I'm going to make just one movement for right now.
Okay. Take Hawkeye with him. Bro, a Hawkeye is... You can make a case, but I think those two are kind of bona fide, just like, oh my gosh, designs.
Yeah. I can agree. I would maybe say that out of all of these point 3, I would probably put Luna towards the back.
Okay. I probably would, for me, Black Panther, I'd probably put at the back end.
Back end? Okay.
Yeah.
Is he better than Luna?
I don't know. I think he's kind of like the entry in the point 3 certified for me.
Okay. I really feel like Wanda has to move up.
I agree.
Okay, is she better than Mantis?
Yes.
Is she better than Magic?
Yes.
Is she better than Jeff?
It depends. Jeff is weird though, because I could almost make an argument you put him at the back of the tier 2, because it's like it's a great character, but like in terms of design and details and that kind of stuff, like he's a land shark with big eyes and a tag.
I feel like he'd be the better gatekeeper for point 3.
I agree.
Yeah, and that's in no way a disrespect to this character at all.
No.
Okay. All right. Hela?
That's the one where I'm kind of on the fence, because I want to say I'm battling between Hela, Magic, and Mantis right now. What do you think?
I feel like Magic and Mantis need to move back just for Moon Knight.
Oh, okay. I
think Moon Knight looks a little bit better.
Agree.
And then the one that I feel like this order right here, Magic, Mantis, Psylocke, Punisher feels good.
Okay.
The
I
one that it's these two,
yeah.
Venom and Hela.
I think they're in front of those four for me personally.
Yeah. Is Hela better than Venom?
I think they both nailed their designs.
Mhm.
You could interchange those for me.
I agree. And then I would probably do this as well.
Also agree.
Yeah. Put her right there.
What do you think of Hawkeye? Do you think Hawkeye deserves to be that high?
I really like this Hawkeye design, dude. Like in terms of Hawkeye ever looking cool again, he will never in his life, in this character's existence, look this cool. Never again. So I feel like, yes, he does have to go that high. But you could convince me to put Wanda or Moon Knight over him.
Yeah.
So maybe on that, just
Wanda's in the top tier.
Wanda's top tier. Okay.
Top tier.
How do we feel about this? Is Winter Soldier the top? This is
I don't know, man.
biased though, because like,
okay. Is Winter Soldier for sure over Hawkeye for you?
yes.
Okay. Then I would leave it. My only thing, I'd probably put Hawkeye over Moon Knight personally.
Okay.
But if you had it in this order, I would not be. I think from Psylocke forward, for me, you could argue anyone is the top.
I was gonna say from Psylocke onward, it's kind of take your pick.
Yeah. Because I think Hell looks really good. I think Venom they nailed. Moon Knight's super cool. Hawkeye will never look cooler. Wanda's, the more you look at Wanda, I think Wanda might be my top, to be honest with you. I think Wanda might be my top.
You know what? I can agree with it just based on like Avatar alone. Yeah. But you know what? This tier list isn't bad. This is a good tier list to have.
This is the most 0.3 certified we've had.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, Marvelrivals, if anything, this just shows that Marvelrivals, design-wise, did a very good job in the mission of what they were trying to do, and that was clearly take inspiration from what has been between movies, comics, shows, and just kind of build upon it. Where again, this Winter Soldier is very much, comics, Winter Soldier, Cap, Winter Soldier, but they added onto it with their own flair. It looks well. Moon Knight, kind of the similar thing. Psylocke, a whole new take that looks fantastic. So, yeah. The only one that I can truly just say I don't like is probably Wolverine.
I agree.
And maybe Hulk.
At least Hulk looks good in game though. Like his in-game stuff makes up for it. There's even no Super Saiyan mode for Wolverine. I'm like, here comes this goon. Like, get me out of here. Like, I'm gone. I don't even want to get killed by him. Like, get me out.
That's like, oh God, Wolverine. Here comes Wolverine again. Yeah.
Fantastic list though. Again, if you were to change the first 7, I wouldn't disagree. You could interchange those. That's how good this tier list is.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Well, that's your tier list, everybody. Take a good look at it. Let us know how you feel. Would you move anybody up? Would you bump anybody down? We want to hear it. We will definitely be doing this again, especially since they're going to be adding a lot more characters in the future. I think there's rumored of like upwards of 16, which is wild. And we're already at 33 on launch.
Nuts.
Absolutely nuts.
It's healthy.
It's healthy. And we're going to do this again, not only with the new characters, but everybody here has alternate skins as well. I think more than likely what we'll do is like actual alternate skins and not alternate colors, just so that there's like a better distinction.
Yeah.
So
fun stuff. Who's playing the game tonight?
Probably us. Say probably us. But yeah, let us know what you think. Let us know if you're enjoying Marvel Rivals as well. Make sure you are subscribed to us here on Point Three Podcast. You follow us on our socials or Discord. We can't wait to continue to make videos for you guys and have a great 2025, especially. But until the next one, Lou, let them know what they need to keep doing.
Listen, y'all, you got to keep watching. You got to keep reading. You got to keep nerding out. We will see you in the next one.